Hey there, Lego YouTube. It's Senor Briccacino. I am holding a box cutter, or I think it is at least. Um, Merry Christmas. Almost Happy New Year, so we're just gonna stick with Christmas. I hope everyone had a nice Christmas, spending time with who they love, doing things they enjoy. Um, so today's video is kind of cool because behind me, I got my final City Lego update. Lego City, City Lego. Lego made of City made of Lego. God, I'm terrible in English. um, uh, City made with Lego update. Yes, we're gonna go with that. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you about a new project that I'm planning for 2026. Um, so I've been on a little bit of a crazy spending spree lately with Lego, and that's about to come to an end. I'm putting a self moratorium in the next 3 months. The first 3 months, 2026. So these are my last few days to get sneak a couple of purchases in. Then I'm gonna be mostly in selling and saving mode. Um, but I do have one more project that I want to share with you guys before I get into my Lego City update. And also, I want to share my Christmas present with you all because I'm really excited about that. So let's talk about what I plan to do for my Lego City project. Before I get started, thank you so much for all your support. We've surpassed 400 subscribers, which is crazy to think in such a short amount of time for this channel. I really appreciate everyone who's been on this journey with me, everyone who's been supporting, everyone who's watching videos, liking, commenting. If you're a subscriber, of course, I really appreciate you. If you're not and you're still watching this video, please make sure to subscribe. I got a lot of cool projects coming up. Really appreciate all of your support. Let's get into it and let me show you what I'm doing in 2026. Another box, and in that box was Hogwarts Castle The Great Hall. I've been tempted to buy it for the longest time, and I finally decided I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to build the big castle. The question is, do I incorporate into my medieval forest? Do I add it as a little island to my Lego City? If you have an opinion, let me know. I'm really curious about what you guys think. But I've been tempted by this, so I'm gonna do the big Hogwarts Castle module by module, starting with the big. And of course, since I'm building the module, I have to start with the boathouse because that's what connects to Hogwarts Castle. So this might be the first piece of my Lego Hogwarts project. Maybe some custom stuff here and there, but this is where it's all gonna start. A bit of a sidetrack purchase, but you guys remember I wanted to get all the construction vehicles. I finally got the one that I was missing. It went on sale briefly at Walmart for like $40 instead of the $55. This is the construction excavator. I have the big crane and I have the bulldozer, I think. So now I have all three, so I could create a cool little construction area in my city next to the airport that I'll eventually add there. And then finally, I got three more of the modules. I got the herbology class. I've got the charms class. And I've got the dueling club. There's one more that I have that's on the way, which should be coming in the next couple of days, I hope. But yeah, so Hogwarts Castle, piece by piece, we're gonna build it. We're gonna figure out, with your guys' help, hopefully, where I should display it, whether it's adjacent to my city or in my tragically looking medieval forest that's neither medieval nor forest anymore. It's kind of a lump of things together. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious your thoughts. Let me show you guys what I got for Christmas. Gift with purchase, the gingerbread train ornament. Really cool ornament. Didn't get a chance to put on the Christmas tree, but really like this. Lego bricks, tons of bricks for building Mills plates. Of course, you can never have enough bricks for that. Box, nicely sealed book, contains mostly the same pieces. So it was a deal with my wife that, she would give me the set that I want for Christmas as long as I get to use some VIP points. And I think it was nice because the set I wanted to would never go on sale, but I had enough VIP points to kind of make it a reasonable purchase. So we did that. So I got these two and I got a gift of purchase, and let me show you what I'm super excited about that I got for Christmas from my lovely, amazing wife. The botanical garden is in the house. I could not be more excited for this. I'm super stoked to build this set. This is obviously going to be probably a 2026 build at some point. I saw really cool Rubik roll models of this online where you could add like a whole little garden in front of it and make like a big, big area in front of it. Like you could even elevate it too with some staircases. This was never on sale. This is one of the favorite Lego Ideas project I never got to purchase when it came out. So I'm super excited. My wife bought this for me for Christmas, and thank you very much, wifey. I'll be building the heck out of this in 2020. Now that we got the festivities out of the way, I really want to walk you guys through my final Lego City update of 2025. It's been incredible to have you all here for the journey, for your support. I started a really cool little project that you could probably see to my left right here. So let me walk you through what I've done and where the city's going to next. Lego City 2025 final update. Finally cleaned up right here, right? So the first things first, this was a disaster, a train wreck, and now it's not anymore. It's just a train wreck, but not a disaster anymore. Let's do my favorite thing and do the can the train pass under the underpass test. Will it work? Will it not? It barely passes, but it does pass. So let me show you guys my first ever idea of a Lego bridge mock. This started on a late night a couple nights ago. I was trying to figure out how do I incorporate a bridge. Of course, I had that Lego City idea, Lego City set that I had as an idea that I wanted to incorporate here. But I thought that one is mostly focused on sending things down the hill, where I'm interested in sending vehicles up the hill. So I wanted to do something that would be a little more custom, a little more of my own. I took these masonry bricks that I had. I created 2 columns. One had a slope, one did not. And then every other alternate, I created these little, poles with like these golden elements that I had nothing to do with. And so what I wanted to do is create something that would clear this train, would run adjacent to my above the ground metro, and kind of run alongside the city here as I, still have this open space to fill with tables. So that's what I did. Obviously this is the beginning of the mock, it's not the end of it, but I think it looks pretty good. I think it's a good start. I still need to figure out how to enclose the sides of it, because obviously we can't just have it open like that with the studs out. And, this guy's going to fall off the bridge if we don't continue building it. The main idea was to make sure there's enough clearance for a train to go under, because this train did need to pass. And it looks like I knocked over a tower, so this is why this is going to continue to get tested. Voila. Moving on, we've reinstated the pole that collapsed. Yeah, so there's still some kinks to be worked out. Underneath the thing, there's just the columns and then the train that needs to pass through. What we did next is my mock is finally here, and I put a couple of little cobblestone pieces here to create like a little walkway so it doesn't look like you're walking on grass. More greenery here. I had enough place to completely finish this road and tile the sidewalk, which was enjoyable. And for now I put this Chinese New Year celebration set from a couple years ago. Of course this leaves a gaping hole right here that I'm very aware of and still gonna have to work on, but at least this road is tiled and finished until the end here. And now that we know the train track's gonna run here, we can continue to plan alongside here. But yeah, let me know what you think of the bridge. And of course I created a little sidewalk right here on both sides, and I wanted to create a little water that flows out and eventually have this like a dock or a pier somewhere here. Once I figure out the space, I still have the pool table here. But for now, let's just, leave it to imagination. So water flowing under the bridge, going on the other side and then coming out here, and then there's a little pond right there, which, is kind of cool. It's in between the trains, rather on side of one train and underneath the other. And then of course there's a little recycle area, more flowers and the overpass bridge. One thing I did back there is I finally got a couple staircases for planning, so now I know exactly how deep the bottom staircase needs to go out so that I could connect it to the top and then have it wind up like I wanted to. So it looks like I'm not far off. I already built a lot of the bottom one. Let me show you from a different angle. I really like how the staircase is looking so far. Here we go. So I just need to continue building that and finish and then have it wind up. The end of the city there is still under construction. So yeah, this will be my final Lego City 2025 update. The bridge is hopefully going to be complete in 2026. A lot of cool things, the subway. I did talk about expanding this, a couple more cars, and it seems like everyone has commented things that 3 cars might be a good idea, so maybe we'll do that. And then the blue train, we'll figure out where to connect that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is the bridge a good idea? Am I doing too much for this area? Of course, there's, the 2 trains and the bridge is quite a lot. But I think it could work, having one on the ground, one above the ground and the bridge running here. Of course, going to be no road plates here. We're going to figure out what to do with this area. This road plate's probably going to end right there. Going to be like a dead end. And this gaping area that still needs to be filled. But what do you guys think? Is the bridge a good idea, or is it too much for this area of the city? Let me know your thoughts. We'll be happy to hear them. Of course, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you could continue to follow all the updates with my little Lego city as it expands. Don't forget this weekend's the Eiffel Tower build. I think I scheduled it for 2 p.m. on Saturday, but it'll likely be 2 p.m. on Sunday. I'll probably have to change that. So sorry for that. A little bit of a mess in planning. But anyways, look forward to seeing you guys on the Eiffel Tower build part 4 stream on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Otherwise, again, if you don't watch my videos until New Year's, Happy New Year's, and happy holiday season. Hope you enjoy the season. Take care and have a good weekend.